Hello and welcome to the Beautiful Things channel. I'm here today to give you a little review of a sewing pattern that I've recently tried. It's called the Lulu Llama pattern and it's by Gingercake Patterns and it's available to purchase. I believe it was somewhere between £8 and £11 off the top of my head, but I'll put all the details below for you so you can go and buy your own copy. So this little guy here is Larry and he is my llama. So you can see he's got lovely quilting cotton in his ears, and he's got a matching rug, and in his tail as well he's got some quilting cotton, and he's got a lovely piece of rickrack around his neck, and he's fast asleep. So I've had lots and lots of fun making Larry, so I thought I would tell you the story behind him. So basically, you've been watching my vlogs for some time, then you will have probably come across Elspeth at some point. She is my sewing buddy. We go out and about and have lots of adventures together, and she is absolutely mad about alpacas. We went to Yarndale back in September and she fell madly in love with an alpaca called Alpasta. I'll try and put a picture up here for you. So this is Elspeth and Alpasta. He was a lovely, lovely alpaca and she spent a lot of time with him and did quite a few sketches and drawings of him. So I wanted really to make an alpaca ideally, but I couldn't find a pattern. So the next best thing was a llama. So I'm going to put Larry to one side so I can show you the pattern. This pattern is the Lulu the Llama pattern. It's a PDF pattern and it's by Gingercake. And I just love the explanation here. It says, "Are you a llama lover like me? I love their quirky faces and their fuzzy fur. I honestly would love to have one or two in a field beside my house, but my husband, who was raised on a farm unlike me, says they're cool, but llamas are not pets. They are farm animals." Well, they're the most adorable farm animals around in my opinion. I'm still working on him to get the real thing, but for now the pressure is off. I have a fabulous llama pillow to cuddle. And with a little work, you can cuddle a handmade llama in your own style too. You'll love this simple pattern that creates a beautiful and unique llama in just a few short hours. And indeed, it does. I have to say it is one of the best sewing patterns that I have followed for a non-garment related sewing object in a very, very long time. So I got hold of this pattern and I emailed Gingercake and asked them if it was okay, first of all, to make it with the view to teaching it as a class. They very kindly came back to me and said, yes, of course it is, but please do make sure that you use the hashtag Lulu Llama and that you tag in Gingercake Patterns on any photos or anything else that you do on social media, which I thought was fair enough. They didn't actually say that they wanted all of my pupils to purchase the pattern. However, I am going to make them do that when I teach it as a class because I think that it's only fair. There's been a lot of hard work and effort gone into producing the pattern and it's been extremely well made and extremely well written. So I honestly think, Gingercake, you need to do yourself a favour and let people sell your products and let people teach it, but honestly, you should be pushing them to purchase their own copy. So just a little heads up there. So Elspeth came in about a week ago now and set to make her llama. We'd purchased the fabric when we were on our recent day trip out in London, and she set to and made herself a glamour llama. So I'll put a picture of glamour llama up here. And she is absolutely beautiful. She's a wide-eyed, eccentric, quirky creature, and she is absolutely lovely, but she needed a friend. And so I set to later on in the week and made myself Larry. And then we took Larry and Glamour Llama outside into the fresh air. We're lucky enough to be based on a farm, so we could go out into the cornfield and we'd had a photo shoot with them. So I'm going to pop some of the pictures up now so you can see. They had a lovely time frolicking in the corn. They had dandelions in their hair, they had a lovely feast on dandelion clocks, and generally just had a wonderful, wonderful time. So Glamour Llama and Larry had a great day in the field and now they want more friends. So we are inviting you to a llama party. We are going to be hosting classes at Beautiful Things. You can find out all the details at the link below, which I shall pop along here, and I will also put the full link in the bottom description. So if you want to come along and you're based in Essex and you want to come and make a llama, then you can come and join us. But a little bit about the pattern for those of you who can't come and want to have a go for yourself. Again, I'll put the details down below where you can go and purchase your pattern from Gingercake. But it is beautiful to sew. Be warned, if you do suffer from allergies, sometimes the fluff can get up your nose when you're cutting it all out, and you will end up like this most of the time that you're stitching. But it's well worth it in the end. There is just a few simple pattern pieces to put together. The instructions are really, really clear. It tells you all of the seam allowances that you need to use to make your llama. It tells you all of the pivot points you need to make, any of the turns where you need to put in back tacks. They are so simple, the instructions to follow, and really, really clear. I've made lots of soft toys in the past, and I often find they've got loads of fiddly bits that you can't get to line up properly, and from the outside it can look quite scruffy. Any hand sewing that you have to do is a little bit hit and miss for me, and I've often got areas which just don't look particularly nice on the outside. I will say that I think the fabric that we chose really helped out there, because it is kind of quite a scruffy, scrawny fur. Larry is hand sewn here. I'm trying to block my face off so you can see it. He's hand sewn along the bottom here. But you can't really see my hand stitching because it all catches up in the fuzz. Likewise, his hair is sewn on, and that's hand stitched on, but amongst all of the crazy fluffy wool, it really doesn't matter. So it is a nice simple sew. So you don't need many materials, just a little bit of fake fur, a little bit of felt, scraps of cotton for inside the ears, although Glamour Llama just had felt inside her ears, she didn't have fabric, and just some scruffy wool. This is just some chunky wool that I had lying around that I've used for the hair. Even the instructions have all the face markings. They're all drawn out for you, so you can literally trace them off onto the face, and I'm useless at hand sewing, hence why I went for the closed eye option, because I thought it would be easier. And I'm really surprised how easy it is to actually transfer this face, and the lovely thing is they really do come to life as soon as you put their faces on them. So it is really, really simple. You want plenty of stuffing. You really want to stuff your llama firmly to make sure that he's nice and solid, he or she, and stands up well. But overall, it is a 10 out of 10 for this pattern. So go and make yourself a llama. Make sure you use the hashtag Lulu Llama, and please, if you do make one and you post one on social media, tag me in, because I'd really love to meet your llamas. So Gingercake Patterns, it's a thumbs up 10 out of 10 from me. Thanks for making and creating such a wonderful pattern. I will definitely be making more llamas in the future.